Easy
right.
peasy podcast. Easy.
All right, since you're the owner, you have to set the agenda, dude.
Set the agenda.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah. No, it's required.
Oh, okay. So are we doing like a whole like intro bullshit thing or
No,
what?
we don't have to do that.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I don't
Glad we
think
don't
so.
have to do that.
Everyone knows me because this is my stream. This is Guacamoldy, aka the
Yes.
owner of Title One.
Owner of Title One. Yes. That doesn't really mean shit nowadays, but you know it used to.
It's fair.
I guess. Yeah. So I own Title One. It is what it is. Cool. Whoop de doo. I think Skip's more cooler than me, but it is what it is. I guess let's just get right into it. No, yeah.
Why is his guacamoldy? That he chose his name. I didn't choose his name. He just decided to make it guacamoldy.
That is, yeah. I did.
All right.
I did choose this. I chose this lifestyle. It's more of a lifestyle than it is a name.
True.
I mean, if you want me to prove it, hang on, you want me to prove how much of a lifestyle this is? We got, come on, focus. We got guac tatted on the thigh. I know it's backwards.
No, it's not. Wait, is it? No, yeah, it is backwards. Hold up. Let me I can flip you.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Anyway, I think they get the gist.
I can flip you. There you go. You're flipped. Oh, except now you're not talking to me.
Oh.
It's fine. You know what? It's fine.
It's cool. I think I just full on broke my headset, but it's.
What headset?
I can still hear through one ear. Yeah, I could just hear through one ear. So you know what?
There's no way that you just broke your headset. First podcast, and you're already breaking shit, dude.
First podcast, second podcast, I'll have a new one, so don't worry about it.
Dude, I wear the HyperX Cloud Alphas. They're so nice. They're actually super nice.
Everybody's been trying to put me on HyperX, and I just do not. I don't know. I just don't want to fall into the hype. I just really don't.
I will say that I tried like using a Razer headset a while back, and it sucked compared to these. Like it was horrible.
I had a Razer headset for a very long time. I didn't mind it.
So if I wore that headset before this, I probably would have been like, yeah, it's fine, you know, whatever. But after I wore this headset, I was just like, nope, this is garbage. These are literal garbage quality.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to use my research now. Now that these things just absolutely went to, literally just ran over the cord and it, boom, pieced out. One whole ear just pieced out.
But either way, so what were we gonna talk about?
We're gonna talk about everything and anything that is happening right now. We're basically gonna, like, what we're gonna talk about in the podcast right now.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
We're gonna talk about any and everything. Basically, for like the past week, everything that has been trending on Twitter, we're gonna talk about.
I deactivated my Twitter account. It's a cesspool of shittiness, and I decided that I didn't want to be any part of it. But either way, so this is all you, dude. I haven't been on Twitter for ages.
Okay, so it's really just everything that's been trending on Twitter for the esports side of things. Yeah.
All right. Well, let me.
But like less. It's just like things that are happening this week in esports.
Does Moldy Guac think Kanye was replaced?
Was Kanye replaced?
Yeah, they're asking you.
Oh,
apparently,
I don't see why not.
It's okay. Oh, esports. Yeah, we were going to talk about esports, and we were going to talk about the Xbox and PlayStation showcases. Those were the two big ones.
Okay. So my research coming into today is very, very minimal.
So we're pretty much skimming over it. So why don't we just start with like the alphabetically? Call of Duty championships just happened.
Just
And
literally today.
literally today, and New York
New York's a chance.
demolished,
Yeah, absolutely fucked them up.
absolutely demolished
Straight
Toronto
up shit on
Ultra.
them.
And
Crazy.
the weirdest thing is the day before is Toronto 3-0'd them,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just got 5-0'd by the same team. And I mean, I'm honestly happy about that because, first of all, dude, Scrap had been talking so much shit, and then
So much shit.
and then he also said that the only thing that matters is the chips. Like, you know, you can have all of your stats, etc., but the only thing that really matters is chips. And he bombed the fuck out of the finals. Like,
for example, Scraps is a player for the Toronto Ultra. He was talking major shit in the entirety of this tournament.
Yeah.
And he just got 5-0 in this finals, which good on him for making it to the finals.
Yeah.
But just I think that makes it even worse.
Yeah,
I think he got there and lost.
I think the biggest thing that occurred to Toronto Ultra in those finals was the fact that they had two rookies that were not very, like, Insight and Kleenex had been in the finals like multiple times at that point and had even won the finals of certain majors. But they had they had one major under their belt and no finals appearances. So, but actually Hixie and Scrap both dropped like 0.7 KDs, which is terrible. And I think Kleenex also dropped a 0.7. And then the only person who even no one went positive. The only person who went neutral was Insight.
Well, listen, at that time, at that level, I mean, what can you really expect? Everyone's fucking goated out of their brains.
Yeah, man. But usually, like, teams like will have, you know, we're hoping for like, you know, I get like a few people to go.
Someone's got to go negative. That's all I gotta say. Someone has
to go negative, but no one expected them to go that negative.
Like the entire team to go negative.
Also, basically. The fun part is Toronto Ultra is the only team who have been 5-0'd in the finals of any major, and they're the only team to be reverse swept in the finals of any major.
Yeah. So Toronto Ultra is like Optic if Optic could make it there.
Hey, let's be to be fair though, Optic is they're 1-for-1 making the finals. So for the one time they made the finals, they won.
Oh, they won. Okay.
Yeah, so they're either
right. We're taking that stat. We're taking that stat. Okay, that's like the Michael Jordan stat
exactly.
that everyone argues, where it's like, oh, every time Michael Jordan won, he won. And it's like, well.
Same thing with Clayster.
Make it the other time.
Same thing with Clayster, actually. I think Clayster is 3-for-3 in finals.
I think we went over these yesterday.
Yeah, I can't remember. Either way,
I did not look.
Moving on. Generally speaking, Toronto Ultra got their shit smacked.
Toronto Ultra got their shit rocked. New York Subliners holding it up for the boys because New York sucks at every other sport. Holding it up for New York.
Hey, the Giants are pretty okay now.
Don't talk to me. 5-0'd. It's Toronto Ultra. Good on them.
Yeah,
cool. That was cool to see.
Yeah, and then next game alphabetically would be, I believe, Overwatch.
Straight to O.
Yeah. Do we have anything else? I mean, I guess there's a CS scene, but that's been covered like tons.
Okay, yeah, we could just say fuck them.
But Vitality won the last CS:GO major. Zywoo got his MVP, etc.
You know what? Fuck CS:GO.
Okay. We just lost 70% of our viewers.
Fuck Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
All right,
that's all I gotta say.
Let's see.
Anyway, so I don't really see much here on the Overwatch scene. Let's fucking see. To yesterday's matches,
Looks like Atlanta Reign just kind of rained hell upon
Absolutely
everybody else.
shit on, yeah.
Yeah, they almost
On
4-0'd
everyone.
Houston.
Almost, yeah. What it's looking like is they're like basically only competition.
Yeah, San Francisco
As for
Shock tends
ranks.
to get a lot better later in the season, but right now they're just shitting the bed a little bit.
I'm gonna be honest, I probably have like a total of 3 hours in Overwatch. Never played Overwatch 2. So I
That's
don't know
fair.
anything about this. All I'm seeing is statistics. And it looks like Atlanta is absolutely shitting on everyone right
Oh
now.
yeah, so Atlanta is 8-0. Houston Outlaws
Mhm.
are 7-1.
Which is yeah.
But Atlanta Reign has only lost 2 maps out of 26.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in other words, guys, even in a best of 3, or sorry, yeah, no, even in a best of 5, they would not have lost yet.
Right.
So that's
Right, exactly.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, so they're absolutely just going crazy right now.
Yeah.
In the again, I'm looking at statistics sheets right here. Just
Yeah.
straight up statistics. These guys are crazy. I mean, it could come down to, like later in the season that something else happens. I guess we're just gonna have to see.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll watch some more.
And then
Overwatch.
Valorant Tokyo.
Valorant Tokyo, yes. Valorant Tokyo, some crazy shit.
Dude, so NRG took out DRX in the lowers,
Yes.
which was a
Yes.
2-0 by the way. So DRX
2-0.
DRX got 0 forward, and so did Loud, and I believe both of those teams have won majors.
And we're projected to like
do
at least do
relatively
decent.
well, yeah.
But Loud and DRX both just got like absolutely just shafted
Yeah.
in the playoff. It's actually crazy.
Which means that the solo Brazilian team is out, and the let's see, what was it? DRX, one of the big South Korean teams, is also out. So the only, so yeah, South Korea is out actually. That's actually insane. If you know anything about esports, the one thing you should know is that South Korea is fucking insane at esports.
Yeah.
By the way, you might want to turn your exposure down. You're looking reflective.
I'm real white right now. Yeah. Here, I can just turn off one of my lights. That might help actually. Less white.
Less white?
Less white.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah. Actually,
okay,
that is so
cool.
much better.
Awesome. Sorry, guys, for the flashbang off my forehead.
So it looks like Fnatic, the UK
Fnatic.
team, the UK-based team, is going to go against Paper Rex, who is the French team. Wait, no, is that France? No, that's Singapore. I'm stupid. Is going against the Singapore team. And then Team Liquid, aka the EU team, I believe. Netherlands team. I don't know how they see these, but that's what's happening.
Beats me, man.
And then Team Liquid, Netherlands team, is going against the NA team, Evil Geniuses, who has been kind of on a tear. So they actually they 2-1 Edward Gaming, who no one expected a whole lot of, to be honest. But then Edward Gaming 2-0 Loud, and people expected Loud to go far. So the power rankings of this are just getting tossed on their head right now. And then I believe whoever loses between Paper Rex and Fnatic goes against NRG, and whoever loses between Team Liquid and Evil Geniuses goes against Edward Gaming.
Yeah.
And then the last but not least, Rocket League.
Yeah. Let's talk about Rocket League. This is to be the weirdest little thing that kind of like is happening. Let's see.
It was a spring invitational, right?
Yeah, it's a spring invitational.
Furia won. Goddamn. All right. Holy shit! I will say Optic made a pretty decent lower bracket run.
Yeah.
G2 actually took out Gen G, and then lost to Optic.
Crazy. Which is wild.
Yeah.
Just upsetting everything in the.
I mean, Gen G lost to Space Station, although Space Station did go all the way to the grand final. So, like, you know, in hindsight, kind of expected. But Furia. Oh my god, I didn't actually realize that Space Station Gaming was 1 goal away from, or 2 goals away from reverse sweeping Furia in the finals, in the pro bracket.
Yeah, dude. The entirety of this like bracket is just blowing my mind. Honestly,
this is like, because if you were following the scene like 3 months ago, this is nothing.
This is a lot.
Like this is literally, no one would expect this.
Nobody. This is just wild.
I mean, everyone knew that Furia and Space Station were good teams, but Gen G and G2 and FaZe Clan are all far more renowned than those 2 teams.
Yeah.
They were Space Station and Furia always do decently. Like they always, like, you know, can make it quarterfinals or something.
Okay, yeah, all of these teams are great teams, and they always kind of like, well, I shouldn't say all of them, but you can kind of expect a lot out of a lot of these teams.
Yeah.
Like to make it far from most of these teams, but it's just the way that each team came to where they are in this specific little like bracket is just crazy.
No, it's
like nobody expects Furia to beat G2, and they did that 4-2 in the semifinals. I mean,
I would argue
nobody expects Optic Gaming to go down 4-0 and then reverse sweep FaZe Clan, which is wild.
Which, by the way, is like the most traditional rivalry in esports, FaZe Clan versus Optic.
Yeah, and they did it in the lower quarterfinals.
Yeah, which is like the fact that those 2 teams met in the lower quarterfinals just goes to show how deep NA actually is. Just like just America, I guess, because it's not just NA. But and then, okay, so it looks like wow. On the EU side, Vitality's won the last one. Vitality, Vitality's roster is, French people are just way too good at esports. That's all I can say.
The French get it, man. They just understand.
Hell yeah.
They're not telling us something that we need to know. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Let's switch over to
quickly. Okay,
yeah. Let's switch over to what happened at the Xbox Gameshow.
Okay.
Basically, like I'm reading online, a lot of people were like, yeah, Xbox had the better show, and I agree. PlayStation's show wasn't the best. It simply wasn't. Yes, it like 90% of the time, PlayStation is way better than Xbox.
I personally.
Nah, dude.
Anyway,
unless you like, unless you're a diehard fan of Halo, Gears, Forza.
Well, I just don't see like an attraction what PlayStation usually has.
What do they usually have? That's the question. Like, I actually don't understand.
Just
what
other shit, dude. Because like with Xbox, you have like, I don't know, you can predict of what they're gonna have, and that's great for me. I'm just like, okay, that's easy for my simple brain to follow. It's like, yeah, dude.
Okay, so you're one of those people that's just like, yeah, I like this because I know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can relate to this.
Yeah, honestly, that's fair. But as I said, like, I'm personally someone who enjoys to like get out of my comfort zone when it comes to video games, and like just play whatever I can really find. so that's why I
Right.
just go with PlayStation a lot of the time. Like I have a PS5. I mean, I also do Xbox stuff. It's just I don't play the consoles because the consoles are fucking useless.
I'm a hater when it comes to new stuff. So if it's something that like could be trash, if there's something that's like has a hint of trash in it, I'm like willing to ride on that piece of trash because even if the game's good, I'm just like, nah, that's included. I'm fuck this. I'm not buying it.
Fair enough.
Like, yeah.
But
So I'm
yeah,
just a hater.
but here let's show Xbox Showcase announcements. Also, why the fuck did they announce another console?
Did they? I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Did I miss that?
they announced another console.
Oh no.
And it was the God, it was basically just a dark version of the Xbox Series S with a 1 terabyte SSD.
I think, okay, my opinion, I think that should be like standard nowadays.
1 terabyte.
Yeah.
I mean, the good news is, for me at least, that I enjoy about playing PlayStation 5 right now is I actually have a 2 terabit hard drive connected to my
Yeah,
PS5.
see, that's like an extra thing that you have to buy. I think
But it's like not that expensive, and I could just transfer games between each hard drive and SSD and whatnot.
Oh, that's fair.
But I will say though that like, so the big announcement, the big thing for Xbox Showcase, I mean, they literally spent half of it on this game was Starfield, which apparently you didn't fucking know about yesterday.
Yeah, no, didn't know about it. Listen, I'm just here catching up right now, catching up on everything right now. I'll be more in depth next week, but don't worry about that.
So Starfield is basically like the world's largest RPG. Like,
That's what I've been told. Yes.
Yeah.
By you. So.
It looks fine, but honestly, it looks like a really generic Bethesda game. Like, don't get me wrong, like the scope of it is definitely a big selling point because, it's really cool to like, be able to go to 380 different planets. So that's
right.
The highly detailed planets, etc., etc. But also, I was watching like the gameplay of it, and I was just like, it's just like a first-person shooter without movement. Like it looks like Skyrim, which, to be fair, was a really good game at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But that game, but I was really hoping that over 10 years of waiting for the next big thing was gonna at least let them realize they need to like make their gameplay just a little more fluid.
I think me personally, I think this is gonna end up like every other
Bethesda. So
in recent history.
Apparently, they were actually going to release the game a lot earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But when Xbox was trying to buy Bethesda, they decided not to release the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, and I quote, this is the least buggy game Bethesda has ever made. Because they've had so much more time to polish it, but I'm also just like, well, I mean, listen, I don't doubt that it's less buggy, but I do doubt that it's not going to be buggy. When your bar is set so low on bugs in a game,
mm-hmm.
it makes
Especially
me just
the recent release.
It makes me just like, like, listen, if it's half as buggy as Fallout 76, I'm still gonna put that as like, that's still not great.
yeah I agree. I mean, that's where I was coming from with I think it's gonna probably fall along the lines of the latest Bethesda games. is where it's just gonna have bugs and bugs and bugs. It could be a great game,
Yeah.
but initially it's just not gonna. It's
I
not
mean,
gonna follow the hype.
if you really think about it, Skyrim was actually a super buggy game.
Yeah,
It was just fun as fuck. Like the bugs weren't like terrible. It was just fun. Like the whole thing where like if trolls hit you, you would just go fucking pew, like skyrocket. Like that shit was funny. But like eventually you need a game that just works, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Okay, so while you've been talking,
yeah.
I've been watching the trailer, and it looks cool.
Yeah, I agreed. Yeah.
It looks cool, but is it? I really don't think it's gonna be. I think everybody that talks about it talks up the game more than everybody else talks it up.
Yeah, apparently they also are saying that it's going to be native. They said it will be native 4K 30 FPS on Xbox Series X, which I was just like, okay. And then that was it. I was like, what? Wait, what? Why are you making it 30 FPS?
Right. That was my first, like, 4K. Okay, whatever. 30 FPS.
Yeah, and like,
kinda...
you know, the big thing nowadays is like doing performance modes and stuff like that. So you can like you can have games on consoles that are hitting like 120 FPS, 60 FPS, or you can have fidelity where it's like 30 to 40 FPS, etc., etc. But this one is straight up 4K capped at 30. And I'm like, what? Like it's a first person shooter. That's like the one thing you can't do.
That's like the one type of game that you need, like the maximum FPS.
Exactly. And then but yeah, I mean it looks cool. I can't deny that.
It looks dope.
I hope that, you know, because all of these games are coming to Game Pass. And so I'm probably going to end up trying a lot of these, but you know, I'm not expecting a whole heck of a lot, especially with our, like, you know, because Arcane is part of Bethesda. Arcane Studios, the people who made Dishonored and stuff. And then they made Deathloop, which was like a Game of the Year contender.
Okay.
And then they released Redfall.
Okay.
After the acquisition. And do you know the launch of Redfall?
No, never heard of it.
It's a 4-player co-op vampire fighting game.
Sounds absolutely disgusting.
And let me just look at the Metacritic ratings for Redfall. 53 from
Fantastic.
critics and 2.1 from fans.
Oh, critics love paid critics.
Dude, I'm just like, how? And like, this studio went from Game of the Year contender to that, and I was just like, well,
I mean, every studio has their, you know, downs.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird that they get acquired by a $1 trillion company, and that shit's what they bring out.
Yeah, that could also be the case. I mean, I'm looking forward to see how Starfield looks. I mean, like you said, if they were looking to release it before Microsoft acquired them, then it could be like good because they were the ones that were like very lead in charge, everything like that. They weren't like, you know, they didn't have anything going on with Microsoft at the moment.
Exactly.
I'm willing to give them this.
Yeah,
the next game.
That's fair.
In the next game, I'm gonna be very, very
skeptical.
Judgy about.
Yeah,
yes, I'm gonna be very judgy about. Same with was it Blizzard?
Oh, Activision Blizzard. Yeah,
they are not off the hook. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I mean, they were like, hey, remember that promise that we made about Overwatch 2? So we canceled half that.
Yeah.
We canceled half the game.
I'm looking at you. Better make a good Call of Duty, I swear.
Okay, that's Activision, not Blizzard. Blizzard does Overwatch and stuff.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
That's fair.
It's the same shit.
And then, and speaking of those guys, so far the FTC is actually blocking the acquisition. So, which honestly, like, I kind of want them to get acquired, just because maybe Microsoft could fix whatever the fuck is going wrong with them. Because clearly something's not working. Change of leadership.
Clearly.
Listen, they're already shit. How much worse can it get? Like,
I don't want to figure it out.
I don't want to either, but honestly, but I think a change of leadership would be good. And then there was so this little thing, this thing is going through alphabetically, I believe, like the games that they showed. Well, Avowed will actually look kind of sick. It was basically Skyrim, but you're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looked pretty cool. The gameplay looked pretty good. A little bit generic, but it looks nice. I again, all of these games are pretty much going to Game Pass, so I mean, the worst comes to worst, I'll just get it for like $1, $5, $10, whatever, and then just play the game. And it looked interesting. I mean, it was very wizard-like, lots of spells casting, etc.
Boring.
Okay, Mr. Halo Gears person.
No, I don't. I know.
No. Fair.
And then I'm just very minimalist when I don't like that shit. It's too much shit when you come to like the spells and shit. Like get the
when you start adding magic, it's too far.
See you later.
You must have hated Hogwarts Legacy.
Never played it.
That's what I thought.
Listen. I'm not even gonna front, man. Like when it comes to those types of shit, like I never even read a Harry Potter book, never even watched one of the movies. I'm not even gonna front like I actually like the game because I never watched the shit. I never fucking read the shit. Why do I don't even know the backstories to half of the shit that's going on here. Why the fuck am I gonna play
what did you spend your childhood doing?
Going outside.
Going outside?
Yes.
But I'm just starting to like this guy as my chat.
All right, I'm about to drop a banger on you too. I never watched any of the Star Wars, so I don't give a fuck. I do gotta say, I played Star Wars. What is it?
Battlefront.
I don't know. Jedi has fallen.
Jedi Survivor. Jedi.
Yeah, that one.
Fallen Order, whatever. Or
yeah, Fallen Order. whatever that game was. That game was fucking dope.
All right, you know what? To be fair, guys, to be fair, I will give him the benefit of the doubt because for the simple fact that he hasn't done both of those. But I do have one more question. Lord of the Rings.
No.
Okay, that makes honestly, I would be surprised if he had watched Lord of the Rings and not the other two. Because
actually, with Avatar 2, that was my first time watching an Avatar movie. So I'm really bad at watching shows.
You're just uncultured. Terrible. It's fine.
I'm very terrible at watching movies. I'm very terrible at watching shows. Like,
what do you do with your day? Do you just sit on a computer all day, like doing?
For the most part, yeah.
Fucking, I don't know, man. I guess it's just like.
Anyway.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm turning 23 in like 2 months.
Okay. I'll give you a pass.
Okay.
Either way, then the next game that actually looked pretty. It looked like BioShock, reinvented was Clockwork Revolution.
Clockwork Revolution. Let me look at this.
Yeah, it was a unique experience. It's from the creators of Wasteland and Arcanum. I don't know what that is, but
R. Kelly.
No, stop.
Creators of
We're gonna get fucking canceled, dude.
Clockwork Revolution. For what? They're the guys that are making the movie. This looks dope. Okay, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
I like this. I'd play it.
It basically looks like a steampunk version of Avowed.
It looks like that one robot movie. You know what I'm talking about? Is it Robots? Robots. Like that cartoon.
Oh.
Something like that.
Oh, wait. Cartoon robots.
Yeah, the cartoon robot movie.
Yeah, it is just robots.
Yeah, just
Dude,
robots.
it's
It
been
looks like robots.
so long since I've watched this film.
I know, but as soon as I seen this, I was like, this is robots.
Oh my god, how did this film better not have, did this film fail? No, it made its money, all right. There's no, like, when I look back, I was just like, I mean, who was in it? Fucking Robin Williams, Ewan McGregor,
Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge, Mel Brooks, Amanda Bynes, or like, there's no way that film was gonna fail.
And there's no way that this game is trash. That's all I gotta say.
It looks really good. Like, I
It looks
actually,
cool as fuck.
it definitely looked really good.
I can't wait. Clockwork. Make your game fucking work. We'll be good with it. Alright?
And then
Who's a developer in I'm stupid. Make it good, please. Just make sure your game works, and we'll be chilling.
and then the next I think one of the big surprises was Fable.
Fable, yes. Yes, Fable.
Being made by Playground Games, who does Forza Horizon.
Right.
Which is fucking weird to me, given that Fable is nothing like Forza.
No.
Actually, well, okay, in this case it is a little bit, just because Fable and Forza Horizon are open world games, but this one is an action RPG, while Forza is obviously a driving sim.
It's just a racing game. It's not even a driving sim. It's just a racing.
Yeah, I saw like the genre that it, like, people were saying it was sim, and I'm like, it's not a sim, dude.
There's no way that people call Forza Horizon a simulator.
Yeah.
That's actually so stupid. As someone that has put hundreds of hours into Horizon, there's no shot that that's a simulator. No way close to a simulator.
I thought
in
that
a
was,
couple aspects.
I always thought that Horizon was the arcade driving game, and then Forza Motorsport is the simulator.
Motorsport is the simulator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I had no idea that those were different games, and I had no idea that they were made by different developers.
Yeah.
Because and speaking of Forza Motorsport, though, they did announce the newest gun
new one.
that's coming later this year. So be looking at, if you're a big driving sim and you have an Xbox or a PC or something like that.
Okay, if you just have an Xbox, it's gonna be a great game. If you have a PC, just don't buy the game.
What?
Yeah.
Why not?
Forza is absolute. You know what? Forza is absolute dog shit at becoming a simulator. Forza is really bad when it comes to like realistic just everything.
Physics, realistic physics and stuff like that.
Yeah, the physics are absolutely dog shit. They're super heavy. If you're looking for a good simulator game, go for Assetto Corsa or iRacing. Those are the best ones that PC has.
Okay.
If you're looking on an Xbox, though, Forza's really good.
Yes. It depends on your options.
But to be fair, I will give Forza this, and I will always give Forza this. They have a really good like UI. It's really fun to like get all the achievements and everything like that. So if you're looking to have fun on a racing game, go to Forza. If you're looking to just learn how to race, if you're looking to be competitive in racing, don't go to Forza.
I certainly hope that everyone who's playing video games is looking for fun.
Right. I'm just saying, it's just achievement hunters type of guys,
Yeah.
If you're looking to actually like beat someone in racing because you're good at racing, you're not gonna get that in Forza. Like, you can get like the base work of like how to race, but if you're looking for a good racing game, Formula 1's a better racing game than Forza will ever be.
I mean, makes sense given that it is literally Formula 1.
Yeah. And they have a competitive scene.
But okay, so the next thing on this is honestly, I don't really give a crap, but Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, the next generation of the legendary franchise.
Look. The last one came out, my PC couldn't run it. I don't know what happened. I turned on all of my graphic settings. I couldn't run it for the life of me, so I did not use it. But this one, I might try. I don't know. The last one was like 100-some gigs, and I was just like,
well, they do encompass the entire world in it.
Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah. I will say though, I personally have never been a fan of flying games or driving games.
Mhm.
So like this was just not really in my repertoire. I mean, it looks good, I guess. I don't really know what a good flying game looks like, so
Looks like the world, man.
yeah, okay.
Looks like the world. I mean, flight sim. I mean, hey, if I don't know. I really don't know anything about flight sim, but I mean, the fact that they're coming out with a new one is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and speaking of new ones, I always forget how to say this. Senwa's Saga Hellblade 2. So the next Hellblade. The first Hellblade was really good. Very unique puzzle design. The combat was a little
Okay.
but it was a good game. It was very story driven, highly story driven, and very psychological.
Okay. I did not play it. I'm not a vast game player,
Mm-hmm.
so when it comes to like those type of games, that's pretty cool. I don't really like single player games, but
That's
if it
fair.
has a good storyline behind it, I will get behind it.
That's fair. And then
So
the next,
maybe something I check out.
yeah, I mean, a lot of these, like pretty much all of these games, except for a couple of them, are going to be on Game Pass. So I mean, if they
Yeah,
end up being good, sick. I can pay fucking $10 to beat them.
right, exactly.
And then this game caught me off guard a little bit. South of Midnight. It looks weird, very, very different art style. Um,
Midnight.
here
Okay.
I can send you the links that you.
Oh, I see it right here.
Yeah.
I see it
Um,
right here.
it has a very unique art style to it,
I
and
see that.
there's no gameplay of it so far.
Interesting.
And I think it's being made by the creators of Contrast and We Happy Few.
Okay.
Both of which I think Contrast was an okay game. I never played it. Um,
Is this a side?
yeah, people basically said it was fine. And then We Happy Few was not great, I don't think. Yeah, We Happy Few was not a great game.
Is this a? Is this gonna be a platformer?
I have zero idea. They didn't show any gameplay. It says it is a spellbinding third-person action adventure game
Oh,
set in
okay. So it's not
American
a
Deep South.
deep south.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh
saying like
boy.
obviously every game is subjective, right? The
Yeah.
people who like it, it's a subjective experience. But the overall consensus for We Happy Few was not great. Um,
I think I played like 25 minutes of it, and it was fine.
I
For the
still
25 minutes that
haven't
I played it.
seen the thing for Lies of P, but I know it's a Souls-like, and I'm kind of tired of Souls-likes.
I have no clue what
Yeah,
that is.
and then a Souls-like,
um,
like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, like the From Software games.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm getting where we're putting
All
that
right, all
together.
right. This game actually interested me mainly because it looks like a lot of fun with friends. Was Towerborn?
Towerborn.
Yes. T Tower and then Borne. No spaces.
Got it. Found it. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like a 2D game, 2D beat 'em up game, where you can play 4 players. It could be 4-player fun, and it's an
Okay.
RPG brawler basically,
Gotcha.
and it looked pretty good. I mean, obviously the graphics were never going to be the greatest.
Yeah. Hopefully
Um,
it's a small game.
but it looks pretty fun. And then this one actually looked really cool. Was 33 Immortals. It looks
Okay.
like
Listen,
Hades mixed with Diablo.
in the little thing that I'm scrolling through to find my games, that one actually looked like super dope. And I
Yeah.
wanted to bring that up like earlier.
Yeah, no, I actually so it looks like they basically made Diablo
Mhm.
with Hades,
Mhm.
and apparently the game is co-op action.
That's gonna be sick.
It's a co-op action roguelike where 33 players can play at once. And you
33.
yeah, and you actually are fighting God.
That is actually so sick.
The description is play a damned soul and rebel against God's final judgment. Dive straight into epic 33-player co-op battles with instant pickup and raid matchmaking. Cooperate with your allies to survive against hordes of monsters and massive challenging bosses. Expand your arsenal and equip powerful new relics to permanently upgrade your soul. Face the wrath of God in the fight for your eternal life. So yeah, I was actually very interested in that game when I saw it.
I didn't really get a chance to look at the Xbox. I'm just scrolling through now. That one caught my eye the most, and
Yeah.
I watched the trailer for it. It looks so dope.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's 32 people that can play at once, that's even more dope.
Yeah, I agree. It's like that's the biggest co-op game I've ever seen, basically.
Right.
And then the next game on this list was Cities Skylines 2, which I know is massively popular with a certain genre of gamers.
Yes.
What
are your thoughts on them making a second game?
I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I heard a lot of awesome things about City Skylines. The only thing for me is that I just don't really play those kinds of games. The closest thing I got to those kinds of games is like Northgard or Age of Empire or Age of Mythology or something like that, and very drastically different games.
For me, it was like Sims.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or like Sim City is on mobile.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That was a lot of fun. But City Skylines is a whole nother beast. I've tried to play it before, and it's just, man, it takes some type of patience that I do not have.
All right, this game I actually don't remember. I watched the entire show, and I'll be honest, I don't recall this one precisely, but Dungeons of Hinterberg. And the description for it looks like it looks like an anime of sorts. It has some very 2D-esque graphics. And it says, armed with a sword and a tourist guide, explore the beautiful alpine village of Hinterberg and uncover the magic hidden within its dungeons. Master magic, solve puzzles, and slay monsters. All and more await you in Hinterberg. And so I'm
gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Sounds like something that's just gonna go right.
I feel like it's gonna like be a good game, but I feel like it's just not. It's a very niche game, you know.
Yeah, very niche. It's just gonna right under the rug. It could be the greatest game ever. I firmly believe that the best game that's ever existed, nobody plays.
I mean, that's might be true. But and speaking of niche games, I don't know if this is pronounced Jusant or Usant. It's a climbing-based action puzzle game.
Oh boy.
From the makers of Life is Strange, Vampire, and Tell Me Why.
Yep. Oh boy.
And it's very unique. I mean, ridiculously unique.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a I don't know. In a way, now I might get some flack for this, but in a way, just kind of the way it looks. Okay, we're not
just say
doing
it.
any.
Just say it.
But it kind of looks like Zelda in a way. Okay.
No, I can see it.
Breath of the Wild, it looks like the same art style in a sense. It has
I feel like it looks a little bit more like clay than like animation.
Yeah.
But I can see that. Either way, moving on before people get too angry at you.
Listen, I'm down for all the smoke.
And then the next one on this list was Dragon Infinite Wealth, which basically we just got a reveal trailer of a naked Japanese or a naked dude. I don't.
Well, hey, I think more people are gonna be mad at you for assuming dudes race than Zelda looked like a game.
I don't know if this is Japanese. But either way, it was very limited. And Like a Dragon is a series that I know a lot of people very much enjoy. So I hope that those people enjoy it. I might get into it more, but yeah, it's basically just a big RPG adventure where you play. Oh, right, it is the Yakuza. So I think it's a spin-off of the Yakuza series, if I remember correctly.
I don't even know.
But either way, it looks. I mean, it looked fine. It was a weird trailer, which is, I'm pretty sure, the whole point.
I'm watching it right now, and yeah, it is very
Different.
interesting. Yeah, interesting concept to go for.
And speaking of weird and very different, the makers of Persona showed off their next game called Metaphor Refantasio. And I know for a fact a lot of, like, I know we will watch the Liza P trailer. I actually haven't seen that trailer yet, so but we're gonna finish this first. But basically, it looked like an interesting game, and it was very much Persona-esque. And it didn't really have a whole lot, and also it's so freaking hard to read that title with the way that they made it.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally like, I literally had to pause the video. I was like, Metaphor?
Yeah, Metaphor Refantasio.
Yeah.
It's what how I read it. I'm just saying I will not be playing this game.
I likely will not be either.
I won't be, so I hope everyone that wants to play this game has fun with it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same with me. And then the next game, Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess. Path of the Goddess. A new tale of the Kami awaits. It kind of looked like it kind of just looked like a Weeb Souls game of sorts. I don't really know how to explain it.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it, man. I'm not even gonna attempt it.
Apparently, it's just really original and innovative, and people have been saying that it's unique, like titles like Okami, which
Okay.
I know that game has a lot of people that really enjoyed it. I couldn't really get into it, unfortunately. It was just so weird to me. Like, it played so weird. Like, you kill things with a paintbrush or something, and I was just not really sure. But either way,
sounds fun, man.
Yeah. And I was just like, I can't really. I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but it looks cool, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. Usually, I am very much a judge a game by its cover type of guy. So if I'm not really liking work, I'm not fucking with it.
That's, I mean, and then, oh, right, this game has been on the radar of probably a whole lot of people just because of how popular the prequel or the game before it was. Yeah, previous game. Payday 3.
Dude. All right. Listen. I cannot be more excited about.
Really? Payday 3 is your big thing?
Other than, well, I mean, out of this list, probably. I mean, other than like Forza and shit like that, because I love racing games.
That's fair.
But Payday 3 out of this list, fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking love that.
Is it on Game Pass? Coming to Game Pass, PC Game Pass Day 1. Let's go. Yeah, Payday 3 is coming to Game Pass Day 1. All right.
Yeah,
I mean, why the fuck not, right? Again.
Right. Although, I mean, they've made their fucking money on Payday 2.
I mean,
they've made their fucking bag on Payday 2. Fuck it, free game for everyone.
They were, I think they're selling it for $40, which is super cheap nowadays for like higher budget games.
Yeah, high budget games. Basically, what is it? AAA title.
I'm not sure if it's AAA. I think it's like between AA and AAA.
Okay.
But
Still,
because it's
a
not
lot of
like
hype
it's
around
yeah,
it.
it's definitely doesn't
Everyone
have the
knows
budget of
what-
like a God of War or GTA or
Right.
something, but it certainly has.
Everyone knows Payday.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say it's a
I mean-
mainstream ass game.
I mean, I could literally go to my Steam, put Payday in there. I have a friend playing it, and I have 69 other friends who have previously played it.
You're right. You're right.
Like, and like, I literally have 69 friends who have previously played it, and then I have, and that's out of like, God, 170 of my friends or something, most of
Right.
which were Rocket League players. So.
Fair enough.
That's like so obviously a lot of
lot
of people play
very
that.
popular. A lot of people have played Payday 2. So Payday 3 coming out is crazy. Actually, something that I don't think was on the list, because it's EA. EA has their own thing.
Yeah.
Skate 4.
Is Skate 4 actually a thing?
Yes, dude.
Okay,
and
I had no idea.
They've been promoting the shit out of it.
Well,
And
apparently not well, because I didn't know about it.
it's gonna be coming out. I don't know when exactly, but I don't know when their like expected date to come out is, but it's coming out. Like they post this shit on Instagram all the time.
Okay. I mean, dude, Skate, like literally the Skate series is like the Skate games are the skateboarding games that are for everybody. Yeah, like they're so fun because they have like the whole like bone breaker challenges and shit where you're like trying to kill yourself as much as possible.
Yeah, like Tony Hawk's more of like a purist type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're not really gonna go buy a Tony Hawk game unless you played the previous ones or you're like
a huge skater fan.
Yeah. So 4 coming out is like super easy and accessible for everyone.
Yeah, it's just generally a very fun game, and it makes you like actually enjoy the art of skating.
Yeah, and I can't wait for it to come out. They've been
I know a lot. There's a lot of
years.
people that are big on that one. I know that. I'm not super big on it, but I did love Skate 3. I did play Skate 3.
Yeah, Skate 3 is so good.
The next one, Persona 3 Reload, which is basically just a new it's basically a remake, I believe, of Persona 3. So I mean, there's an audience for Persona. And then Persona 5 Tactica is a spin-off of the game Persona 5.
Interesting.
And
Persona, good game.
Personas are considered very good games. They're just really freaking big. Like they're basically Final Fantasy but anime.
Yeah. Persona, good game. Good game.
Yeah, they're good games though. And then one of the big surprises or big reveals was Star Wars Outlaws, which basically looks like Uncharted in the Star Wars universe.
Listen, like I said, never watched a Star Wars. Okay. Yeah. Played that one game, really liked it. This game looks fucking cool.
I will say it's definitely different than any other Star Wars game that we've played, mainly because most of the Star Wars games have either been space battles.
Yeah.
On the ground, massive battles.
Yeah.
Or Jedis.
Yeah.
And this one is none of those three.
Nothing.
It
looks fucking dope, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. You know? It's definitely one of those titles that I want to look into a lot. It will not be on Game Pass, unfortunately. Right. So if it ends up being good, you do have to shell out $70 probably.
Yeah.
Or 60. I think it's an Ubisoft title, not an EA title. Either way. Oh, and then the Chinese Room. This is a big switch, but they're making a new horror game called Still Wakes the Deep. And they're the creators of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture and Amnesia: Machine for Pigs. So they excel at making first-person horror games.
Okay. Horror games. I can always get behind a good horror game. Love horror games.
I know people love watching me play horror games.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I could say
Yeah.
the same. But yeah, oh yeah, this is the hardware announcement. Was Back in Black, the new Xbox Series S has a 1 terabit of storage, which and it's like selling for $350 or something.
That's a pretty good price tag.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for me is the fact that it's just the Series S and not the Series
Yeah.
X.
Yeah, if they came out with like a white Series X, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. I'm not against the idea. It's just like, why? And then Starfield Limited Edition wireless controller and headset. I honestly don't give a fuck. I never have really given a fuck about any of the limited edition shit.
no, I
Unless I'm
don't care.
reselling it, but besides that.
Yeah.
And then oh yeah, obviously there were expansions and DLCs for games like Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep.
Is getting an expansion that looked pretty cool. They were saying like something about spies and shit.
But it's Cyberpunk, so nobody really cares.
I've heard Cyberpunk got a lot better after launch. The only problem is
Okay,
the
well,
launch is kind of the
we can
important
give them
part.
the Fallout 76 treatment.
Yeah. Or the No Man's Sky treatment.
Or the No Man's Sky treatment, where it's good now, but fuck them.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Online, which honestly I think was a big disappointment for people, mainly because they were hoping to see Elder Scrolls 6.
Yes.
Fallout 76 also is getting a new
Crazy how that just popped up.
Yeah. And then Dune, or not Dune, Microsoft Flight Simulator is getting a free Dune expansion.
What?
Yeah, Dune, Dune.
How does that even? What?
I don't know, dude. Microsoft just throws money at things and hopes.
Bro. That okay? Yeah, I guess, man. Yeah, if you want to do an expansion for the fucking flight sim, you can have it.
And then Overwatch is getting a really big update, August 10th.
Okay.
In which they are getting story missions, a new support hero, a new game mode, a hero mastery thing, a firing range, because apparently they didn't have that before.
And that's become very standard now, huh?
Yeah, I mean they had like a place you can like a free play area, but I
Right.
guess they never really had a actual firing range where you like shoot
Right.
targets and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, that seems to be very common nowadays.
Yeah, I mean it looked
Firing
okay, but everyone knows it's fucking Overwatch and it's Blizzard, and we just get ready for disappointment.
Yeah.
Basically. The Legend of Monkey Island, with crossing over with Sea of Thieves, which I am surprised they didn't do this before. I mean, that game. How long has Sea of Thieves been out yet?
Too long, I'll tell you that, for it to be getting updates like this.
Yeah, it was 2018, so it's been over 5 years,
Yeah.
and they did Pirates of the Caribbean, which was good.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I feel like these content drops should be happening every 6 months, you know?
Listen, I think Sea of Thieves is very much over its prime.
Yeah.
They're just grasping at straws at this point.
Yeah.
Like, great game,
I agree.
fun game with your friends. Not a game that should be. Just make a Sea of Thieves 2.
Yeah. And then
Like, make a new game.
Like they definitely had, so the whole show was 2 hours long. The problem was the show, half that show was Starfield, and
Right.
you could just tell in some areas that the game was really struggling to run.
That's fun.
Yeah, and like, I hope, you know, I never hope a game fails unless it's, well, actually no, I just never hope a game fails. In general.
Unless it's a Mario.
No, unless if it's like.
What's another very big popular game that I could shit on and have people get mad at me
Oh
for?
my god. No, I don't want any
Um,
games to fail. I just, you
I don't
know,
want any game to fail unless it's like any really, really hyped up game. Like, I'm glad Cyberpunk failed. It just gave me so much joy in my heart.
you are a fucking asshole. I don't know what else to
Especially
say.
because I didn't buy it. And I was like, man, I really hope you motherfuckers don't have fun. And they didn't. So,
So I actually bought it for PS5.
yeah.
Played it for like 10 hours,
Mhm.
and then I refunded it on Amazon. I was like, yeah, nice. Like it actually ran pretty well on the PS5.
Mhm.
But I remember there was this one part where I was just driving, or like I was just walking, and then a
Yeah.
dead body just fell from the sky, and I was so
That's
fucking
so
confused.
fun.
I
That
was
is so
like,
fun.
where did this come from?
I
But
guess this is it now.
yeah, but either way, the last things last is, M wants me to watch Lies of P trailer, so I'm going
Okay.
to do that. I mean, so far it certainly just looks like a Souls game.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a typical fighter,
You were
single player
awakened
fighter.
by a
type-
mysterious
Yeah.
voice. And
Whoa, chest shot.
you
Whoa.
encounter various individuals
Crazy.
throughout
Or
your
like, look
journey
at
in
these
Lies of
textures
P.
he made.
Yeah, look at these. Look at these
Sophia,
physics, guys.
the guide who leads attributes.
I love
Yeah,
how
it
everyone
looks
just
like
Create your own
explodes into
weapon with a
blood.
combination of these blades
right.
and handles. Of the
Yeah, it
hundreds
just
of
looks like
possible
every other
combinations with different
kinda
respective
fighting type
appearances,
deal.
I mean, I will say,
performances,
if it's
attack
a
motions,
faster
and
version
patterns.
of Souls-like
I
games,
wonder
I'm
which one will
down.
come to fit
I love
your combat
Sekiro.
style the best.
What's that one that like
Upgrading weapons will
recently
be more
came out that
reliable
everyone's
when you
freaking out
stand
about?
against your
That
foes.
one.
Elden
game.
Ring.
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
There you go.
The game of the year.
Lies of P,
Yeah,
you must be
literally.
aware of
Game of the year. I
durability.
couldn't think of it. Yeah, Elden Ring.
Durability
Yeah.
increases
Kinda looks
every
like
time you cast an
a-
attack or block an
Like if
enemy.
you just reskinned
Be
any
mindful
game
to
that's
repair your
like
weapon
that.
from
I mean,
time to time.
yeah, I think that's kind of
The
what
durability
Souls-like games
will
are.
hold
It's
you back
basically
for long.
just, let's just take the
So,
general
don't
thing
fret.
of
You
like,
can use the grind
being a
whenever
hard
you
game.
please to mend your weapon.
Yeah.
Each and every
I
blade
mean,
you
this game
handle
looks pretty.
has a
I would definitely give this game more of a
distinct
chance, just
art.
because it
It's a
actually
special
looks
combat skill
more
that can be cast
looks
effectively
faster
with
paced than
slots.
Yeah.
other Souls games. The thing I could not deal with Souls games is how slow they
Select
are,
your own special
and that's why I
skills
loved how
to vanquish your
that's why I loved playing Sekiro.
Grounding
Gotcha.
is a system that allows you to inaugurate stiffness on enemies. Right.
Sorry, I'm
on
yawning
attack.
because I had a
This
long day,
means
not
the enemy
because
has
this is
become
boring.
groggy of
Even
age.
though this is
If you
boring,
strike a
but
groggy
I was
enemy,
like, you still think this is boring?
groggy status.
even though this is boring, that's not the
Once
reason
an
I'm
enemy
yawning.
enters groggy mode,
Yeah.
you can
Honestly, like it looks
fall
fine.
into a groggy mode.
Honestly, I
There's
hope it
ex-
fails, but I think people will have fun with it.
I mean, it's just going through
If you
everything.
escape it, face it. Utilize your
What's it releasing actually?
limited edition
72-hour, dude. I always hate this shit when they're like 72-hour early access if you buy the digital deluxe edition.
Mm-hmm.
Me who totally didn't buy that version for Hogwarts Legacy. Definitely not. No, didn't do that one.
How many hours did you put into Hogwarts?
I almost 100%ed it, so I'm gonna say like 30, 40.
Was it worth it?
Eh. I'll say this: the story's worth it. Everything else, eh.
Eh.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Eh.
like the side quests and the story were pretty good, but
Mhm.
at the end of the game, it just becomes a collectathon, and it's, eh.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Wait, is there a release date is September 19th, 2023.
September 19th, 2023. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not super bad, right? It looked okay.
It looked alright.
A lot of people are saying that they loved it.
It's just alright.
Yeah, I don't see any. It wasn't bad by any means.
It wasn't bad in any way. Just or any means. It just wasn't.
It wasn't exactly what I
crazy.
wanted. What I want in the
Wasn't
game.
crazy, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Either
not
way,
gonna blow me away, but I'll give it a shot if I see when it comes
Yeah.
out. I see that it's good.
wait, did EA
I'll give it a
have a
shot.
direct thing? Oh right, they had the skate thing, didn't they?
They did that a while ago.
Oh, did they? Okay, that's what I was wondering. Then Ubisoft had their direct thing. What is that noise?
What?
There's like
Oh,
a
clicking.
yeah.
That's my armrest on my chair, clicking back and forth because I put my arm in a weird position.
I don't have armrests. I broke too many of them.
That sounds very uncomfortable, man.
Yeah. But either way, guys, I'm actually
We
gonna.
didn't even go through the Sony.
Yeah, we don't need to. I don't think.
No, nothing crazy.
Nothing super crazy, no.
Okay. Well, at
Um.
least we're not fucking, you know.
Either way, though, I think that's gonna end that there. So, thanks for watching, guys, especially on the YouTubes or whatever you watch it on.
Yeah. Whatever you watch, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Great times. I hope Liza P fails very spectacularly when it comes
Why
out.
are you like this? Who hurt you, dude?
Honestly, too many people. But
Damn, unfortunate.
Anyway, way too many Bethesda games. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I hope that they don't fuck them all up. Only a little, only some of them up.
But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. See you next week when we don't know what to talk about even more.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
All right. Yep. Yes, sir. All right.